So you've got an entrepreneurial itch that whatever it is that you're doing right now just isn't scratching. Or maybe you started a business or you started to start a business, but now it doesn't seem like the right thing. How in the world are you supposed to find the business that you've been looking for? Well, I think it might be closer than you think. In fact, I think you've probably been left some clues as to what your authentic business might be. I'm Kate Boyd, and I'm a business and communication strategist for Christian entrepreneurs. And today I'm going to walk you through a few things that you can look at that might help you find the business that's been right in front of you the whole time so that you can get going and start building that entrepreneurial dream and create that life of freedom that you've been looking for. So the first thing I would do is look at your life, look at your experiences. Look for all those little breadcrumbs that may have been left for you. So take some time and sit down and just look back on some of the negative and positive experiences of your life and see how they sort of form the many things that come that could become your business path. So really take some time, map out your life, and look for all of those things that might have led you up to this moment or preparing you for something in the future. The second thing I would do is to really dig in deep for some self-awareness, some things that you know that you love and that you do. But I would also ask friends and family, what are the things that I'm best at? What are the qualities that you see in me that you love? What are the jobs that you thought were amazing? What are the things that you hear people compliment me on all the time? All of those things are the types of things that can really speak to you and put in your mind a few ideas. So even take some time to take stock for yourself. What are the things that you know you're good at, that you don't even have to question, you just know that you're good at? And what are the passions or hobbies that you pursue that you love? And what are the qualities or the things that you always get complimented on? Maybe it's things you do, maybe it's other things, but really take some time, take stock, and write down in all these different categories what that looks like in your life. And maybe you'll start to see some overlap and places that get you really excited. So the next thing I would do is look at your spiritual gifts. The Spirit, God's Spirit, gives us unique gifts, each one of us, in order to build up the body. So, of course, if those are our spiritual gifts, perhaps they could be used as part of our business as well. For example, for me, my spiritual gifts are like teaching and discipleship, and so I found myself a business in business coaching, but also a first business in coaching other cheerleading coaches. So all of those things really helped me see that, I have a gift for teaching. I'm also good at it. I get compliments on it. And I know about cheerleading. Maybe I should start a business to help other cheerleading coaches. And then now, maybe I should start a business to help other entrepreneurs with their businesses. So that's just another way that you can look at your life. In fact, if you jump on my Authentic Business Roadmap mini course free mini course that I'm going to tell you about in a minute, I'll even show you a couple of ways that some of those qualities can really come out and be used in business. Next, I would look at really all the practical experience that you have. What are the jobs that you've had that you love? What are the things that you've done? Write out, get really detailed, create a resume for your life that includes all of the jobs that you've done, all of the hobbies that you have, all of the many things that, or maybe the volunteer things that you've done and enjoyed, and write down all of the job duties under each of those so that you get sort of a really good full picture of all the many things that you know how to do. If you hate doing them, scratch them off the list. You don't have to pursue those things. We want you to build a business that feels good, that you like, and that brings you freedom. So start just writing down every little thing, and you might start seeing some different patterns, or you might start seeing those things that you remember that you didn't really enjoy and don't want to pursue at all. Then you should start considering the people that you've worked with or the people that you want to work with. This can be a little more challenging because sometimes we don't see what we did or didn't like in people that we worked with. But really start thinking about if you could work with any kind of person possible. Really develop your muse. Who would you love to work with, and what would you like to help them do? So really think through who that person is, what they look like, what they do for a living, and what their pain points are that you would like to help meet a need for. Lastly, look at your life vision. So this feels a little bit big picture. All you know right now is that you want to be free. But what do you want to be free for? Why do you want to be free? What does that look like in the future? Do you see yourself working from a beach somewhere, or do you just see yourself working from a home office or co-working space? Just so that you have a little bit more time. What does that look like? What type of business do you want to start? Is it, creating courses that you can set up and that just get bought whenever they want? Or do you want to be really active and do one-on-one work? Whatever that looks like, start thinking through some of those different business models and what that can look like in your life. So really map out what you want your life to look like so that you know, if I only want to work 20 hours a week, then I need to figure out a business that works around that so that I have the freedom to do all those things that I want to do. Okay, so, last thing. All of this should also just be informed by who you are, your identity, not in what you do or who you're with, but your real identity in Christ. Keep it really focused on the fact that you are loved, you're created for a purpose, and you're meant to do something that matters, and that matters for God's kingdom. So as you go through, don't let this be a discouraging exercise. Let this be an exciting exercise in finding that purpose that God created you for. In fact, I created something for you to help you walk through this process with a few tools that I developed or borrow from other places. So I created your Authentic Business Roadmap, a mini course that you can get all at once, 7 video lessons with a workbook that can work you through some of these different exercises, actually all these different exercises. So you map out your life plan or your life map. So looking back, you take some stock and get self-aware from your friends and family, but also from your own perspective. You look at your spiritual gifts. You create your resume and think about your muse, and you also focus on your life vision and your business model. And when you do that, I think you'll find that there's at least a couple of answers that you've narrowed down to that you can really get started to work on, because the main thing is just to pick one. The temptation will be to go crazy and pick a lot of things, but you want to pick one thing and focus fully. So, sign up for your Authentic Business Roadmap, get it for free instantly, and start doing the exercises to find that business that God created you for specifically. You can click the link below to get that, and I'll see you there.